Well, welcome to the Chamber Corner. This is Bill Woodard, and I've got Mr. Trent Jones here, and he's going to help me. We're going to take my kayak, and we're going to tell you about, my goodness. Well, hello, how are you? I didn't know I'd run into somebody I knew.
Set this over here.
This is Miss Janie Pettigo. Janie used to be our host. Our host couldn't come in today. Janie, you going to come and help us today?
Well, I guess I could. I was going to teach Rachel how to kayak down here on the Caney Fork. It's the best place ever.
Oh, it is. If you folks haven't
everybody.
kayaked on the Caney Fork, you don't know what they're missing, do they?
That's exactly right. It's the greatest, and it's so clear and everything. How are y'all?
Oh, we're doing great.
Well,
Yeah.
good. It's
Well,
good to see you again.
I'm glad we ran into you.
Well, you need my help today?
Yeah. We're going to interview a few people up there. You can help me do that. You know all of them.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to talk about
we may have to wait a few minutes, okay?
We're going to talk about what's going on in Smith County. So, hey guys, come on, let's go up to the top.
All right.
Well, we have come inside the Welcome Center here on I-40. It's just past the Buffalo Valley exit. And if you're planning on doing any kayaking or traveling or anything that you're doing and you're going to see something here, say you're going to Granville or you want to go over to Defeated Creek or anywhere like that, the Welcome Center here is a good place to stop and find out where the discounts are, or if there's anything going on like a festival or something like that. Which brings me to my guest here. This is Mr. Joe Lane, and he's going to tell us about an event that's going on. I believe it's June 17th. Is that right?
June 17th. It's the 52nd annual Smith County Horse Show. It's a walking horse show sponsored by the South Carthage Civitan Club. It's always been sponsored by the Civitan Club. It's going to be at the Smith County Ag Center. It's the first event ever held at the Smith County Ag Center. In fact, they put the lights up and the fence up the week before we had the first show. They didn't have that building back then. It's going to be a Friday, June 17th, 2016. Starting time is 5:30 p.m. There are 28 classes. Admissions for adults is $5. Now, they let some kids in free, but I don't know what the age break is. For little kids, I know they don't have to pay. You can come. It's a very relaxing, nice evening out there. It's just down to Caney Fork from where we are right now. In fact, if you get in a canoe, you'd walk up the bank from where we are.
You could get out there.
You could get out there. Of course, they got a boat dock down there, haven't they? A little boat ramp thing.
Sure do.
Okay, the concessions, they have nice things to eat. Beta Sigma Phi, it's a Smith County ladies sorority. They're doing the concessions. So, hey, what's not to like about it? It's a very easygoing, nice event, and we invite you to come out and enjoy yourself.
Well, we're glad you came by, Joe, and I went to the Civitan Horse Show here last year, and I really enjoyed it. If you want to see some beautiful Tennessee walking horses, this is the place for you to go, and this is the time for you to go. And I don't believe you'll ever find a better event for this. In fact, it's either the oldest or it's one of the oldest in the state.
It's one of the older ones left around. It's a one-night show, and a lot of the horses you will see there will wind up the celebration.
Yeah.
So, it's a good show.
It's a very good show, and a lot of folks are there. So you come by to the Civitan Horse Show in the Smith County Ag Center.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, Trent, I feel like I'm back at home interviewing you and being with you again, and it's just so exciting to be back on the show again. And even though it's a one-time deal, I'm glad I met up with Billy today, and it's good to see you. How are things going in Extension?
Very good. Good to see you. Yes, ma'am. It's going really well. A lot of stuff going on right now.
Well, I know you do. I remember those days, and it's very hectic right now for you, I know.
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my goodness. 4-H camp, and the big one is Smith County Fair.
Coming up soon.
Tell us about what's going on with the fair, exhibits, and all that.
Okay. As you know, our office is involved with all the 4-H youth exhibits, the FCS exhibits, and the ag exhibits.
Yep.
Also, this year we have a new event added to the fair, and with the talent show, which will be a 4-H public speaking contest.
Oh, wow. That's
we'll tell you a little bit
awesome.
about it as well.
Okay.
First thing, I guess, to tell you a little bit is about how to get your exhibits to the fair and maybe explain what exhibits are.
Okay.
For youth exhibits, that's things like drawing and paintings, different types of crafts, wood crafts, metal crafts, things like that, or art projects you've done throughout the year in school. Also photography. We have a 4-H poster contest. Also canning, cooking, and floriculture of flowers as well. So there's a little bit of everything there that you can enter. Entries for our youth exhibits at the Smith County Fair, I guess we should say first, the Smith County Fair this year is July the 23rd through the 30th. We'll take entries for the youth room on Saturday, July the 23rd from 8 to 12 p.m. And that's all entries except for cooking and floriculture. We'll take those entries on Monday, July the 25th between 8 and 12 p.m.
Okay.
And also the entries for the FCS exhibits will also be taken on Saturday, July the 23rd, 8 to 12. All except cooking, and their cooking exhibits will be taken in on Monday, July the 25th, 8 to 12 p.m.
Okay.
We also have the ag exhibits, which Mr. Ronnie Bissell and Chris Hicks are in charge of.
Okay.
And all of their exhibits will be taken in on Saturday, July the 23rd from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Oh, okay. Now, I also heard that in the FCS division, now I heard this through the grapevine, so tell me if I'm right. I heard that they've been broken down a little bit more so that the, let's see, I think it was the knitting and crocheting and all that is separated this year.
That's correct. Just to separate
Okay.
that sewing and knitting out a little bit and pull the knitting and crocheting out of the sewing category.
In its own category.
Exactly.
Okay, well, good deal. So all those who like to knit and sew, this is a great opportunity maybe to win more prizes. So there you go.
Exactly.
Now, your best to show is a gift, and how much? $10?
I believe so, yeah, for
Okay.
FCS.
And so that's every best to show in every single
category, yeah.
division and category, and same thing in 4-H, right?
That's exactly. And in 4-H, we have 10 best of shows for all those different categories.
Okay.
We do have categories for kindergarten all the way through 3rd grade,
Okay.
for 4th through 6th grade, for 4th through 6th, 7th and 8th, and then 9th through 12th. So they're all broken out to different
So they're not
divisions.
competing with kids a lot older. Young
Exactly.
kids aren't competing with older kids. I think that's great. Tell us about this public speaking contest. This is a whole new thing, right?
That's exactly true. This year was the first year we had some people come to us and said that they thought that might be a great idea. We've got some great public speakers here in Smith County. We actually had 2 state finalists in public speaking in the state contest this year. So we want to give them a chance to continue that. We actually had, out of about 1,000 4-H'ers, about 980 so 4-H'ers in the 4th through 8th grade give a speech this year. So,
Wow.
there's a lot of them that have already done that this year. They can use those speeches on 4-H or something else if they wish to, and come out and compete for a
Okay.
chance to win. There will be money prizes sponsored by UT Extension Smith County. Also, we'll give plaques to our winners and ribbons to our top 3 in each category. We do have the categories broken out into junior high, and senior categories. So again, you won't be competing against a 12th grader if you're a 4th grader.
Okay.
We have 4th and 5th grade, which is junior, 6th through 8th grade, which is junior high, and then high school or seniors will be 9th through 12th grade.
Okay, so is this going to take place of the one in the fall or the
No,
first
this
of the
is
year?
just an addition to the fair, just another event.
Oh,
that
okay.
takes place, yeah.
Okay. Well, so neat. So if you want your kids to get a little extra practice and get prepared, it's a great way, right?
Exactly.
Is there an entry fee?
There is no entry fee. Only if you want to enter that contest, it will be on Friday of the fair, July the 29th, I believe it is.
Okay.
To enter that contest, just call our office at 615-735-2900.
That's awesome. Anything else you want to tell them about the
One
fair?
other thing I do want to tell you about, not with the fair, but from our office, Mr. Chris Hicks, our ag agent, is going to be offering a Beekeeping 101 class. That'll be offered on Tuesday, June the 28th, and Thursday, June the 30th. That'll be at the Smith County Ag Center. Some of the topics will include what equipment you need to get started setting up an apiary and different things like that up to actually extracting your own honey. If you want to call and register for that class, registration deadline is June the 21st. Call our office again at 735-2900. Cost for that class is $15 per person or $20 for couples.
You know, that's the way to go. If you're interested in beekeeping, you know, it comes from the source out of UT that knows what they're teaching. So
Exactly.
It should be a good class. Well, listen, it's been great hearing from you about all that's coming up at the Smith County Fair. Maybe I can get down there and see all the exhibits this year. And be sure and sign up for that Beekeeping 101 if you're interested in having bees and maybe getting your own honey.
Exactly. And any questions about the youth, ag, or FCS exhibits for the fair, call our office at 735-2900.
All right. Thank you. Good to see you,
Good
Trent.
to see you again.
We're still here at the Welcome Center. This is on I-40 as you're coming down the interstate. A lot of folks in Smith County have never visited here, and if you haven't, it's a beautiful place, isn't it?
It is beautiful.
Have you been in here before?
We have been in here before. It's one of our stops before we head out of town, so it's a great place to come by and pick up your brochures and everything you need while you're traveling.
Yeah, it's a good place to stop. I better explain who you are. This is Miss Lisa Blair, and Lisa is helping us with some of our festivals in town, and she's been kind enough. We actually had one under our belt, and you've come here today to talk to us about another one. I believe it's the Caney Fork Bluegrass Jamboree.
That is exactly right.
When is that taking place?
June 18th from noon until 6 p.m. at the Smith County Ag Center.
Okay, and tell us some of the plans.
Well, we're excited to bring another music event to Smith County. Smith County's been noted for so many music events throughout the year. We're going to have bluegrass competitions. We are going to have vendors and crafters. We're going to have some great barbecue and nachos. We have a lot of fun activities planned, and we're going to have bands competing and bands at the end of the day that the Chigger Hill Boys and Terry are our special guests that evening at 5 o'clock.
Okay, so you got a big slate planned, and you're going to have food and vendors and door prizes and all of that, that stuff.
Absolutely. We have door prizes every half hour. You don't have to be present to win, but we do hope when you get there you'll have so much fun you'll stay.
Okay, and I'm always forgetting now, it's June the 18th from noon
until 6 p.m.
Until 6 p.m. All right. Well, we're so glad that you're putting that on. And then there is another one that we're in the planning. I think I'll let the cat out of the bag. We're planning on having a shopping days or something in Gordonsville.
Absolutely. We are coordinating with the chamber. We're helping them to organize a Gordonsville Hometown Shopping Days. The date for that is going to be August 13th. So be watching for details on that. It's going to be a great day.
Yeah, and if you're in Gordonsville, if you've got a shop there or something, you can get with Miss Lisa. What we have discovered is when we're having a festival like that, other people's businesses seem to increase and they get more customers in. So we're looking forward to seeing that happen in Gordonsville too. So you keep your eyes open.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Lisa.
We have with us today Miss Shirley Haley. Shirley, thank you for being on the show today. We are so appreciative, and especially that what you're doing, which you're about to tell us about, which is the Relay for Life. We sure do appreciate you taking the role in that. I remember the first 2 years it came to Smith County, I headed it up, and so I know it's a big job.
It actually is a fun job. It is a big job. Of course, I just retired from the hospital, and I was the captain of the hospital's team for many, many years. And it was, we did a lot of stuff to raise money, but it was fun. This year's Relay for Life is going to be June the 25th over at the Agriculture Center. And we've shortened the hours a little bit. We've all gotten older, so we can't stay up all night long.
Is it going to be outside?
It's going to be underneath. The part of it is outside, like where they show the cows and livestock, and then part of it is inside where it's air conditioned.
At the pavilion.
At the pavilion. It starts at 6 o'clock and it runs to 10 o'clock. There are all kinds of games, food, entertainment, but the best part of it is some of those people that are over there, you know, the Survivors Walk, some of those people have survived cancer up to 4 times.
Wow.
And they are so proud to be holding their banner and leading their banner around, and they're just thrilled to death to be there. And it's so interesting to listen to some of their stories, some of their heartbreaks, you know, the ups and downs of treatment. Then the next is the Cancer Caregivers Lab. You know, and without those caregivers,
True.
You know, you can't have the survivor. You can have the survivor, but it wouldn't be as easy.
Right.
And it's very meaningful to see these holding hands and just enjoying life.
That is awesome. Now, if someone wants to have a team, what do they need to do?
Well, if you want to have a team, you need to contact Cookeville is our closest office, and it's on Humble Drive in Cookeville. I can't remember the Relay for Life Association. Then you would tell them, and they would get you in touch with Diane, which is our regional director. And we would be more than happy to have all the teams that we possibly can get, because that's where we get money. You raise money, and the money, of course, is used for research and for helping people. The thing that most people don't know about is called the Hope House. A lot of people have not heard about that. It's a house in Nashville. It's like a 2-story building. You have your little room, your own room, and a kitchenette, and where you can keep your own food, and then sort of a community gathering place. It's kind of like a Ronald McDonald House for big people.
Where they go for treatments to stay? No?
They stay there, and it's totally free.
Wow.
And a lot of people do not know that this is available. And that's what part of the money for Relay for Life goes for.
And this is called the Hope House for those of you who may be interested, and it's totally free for those who are maybe needing a place to stay when they're sick, right?
While they're taking the treatments. There's also called a beauty, what's it called? Look Good, Feel Better. And it's for the people that are undergoing or have beaten the cancer, the treatments. Some of the medications are really rough on skins. You know, you lose your hair.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of things. And this is where actual beauticians get together and have a day to where they give them tips on what to do to help with some of the problems. And, you know, just different things like that, too.
So the Relay really is active in helping others. And this is for Smith County, so if you want to be a part of this, this is Shirley Haley. Again, now, Shirley, your number is 615-735-2777. If they have questions about the Smith County Relay, they can contact you. And it starts on Friday evening? On Saturday? Okay.
Saturday.
Do you all spend the night still?
No.
And what time did you say it starts?
It starts at 6. Now, the teams will be over there Friday, setting up their booths and getting ready, because it takes quite a bit of time to do all of that. Some of them are really inventive, and they come up with some brilliant ideas, you know, but it just takes a while for them to do that. And they set their tents up and everything on Friday.
I just think the Relay for Life is awesome. And I know when I was an extension agent, we used to raise money through the FCE clubs. We sold candy, and they always raised around $1,000 in 3 hours. It was amazing what you can do with chocolates.
No, chocolate works.
I know it. Listen, we appreciate you. Is there anything else that you can think of that you'd like to share with our audience?
No. Just make sure to come. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people, you know, it's like, I'm not getting out, it's hot, it's this, it's that.
But it's a good cause.
It's a wonderful cause. There's good bands over there. Yeah. You know, there's silly games, good games. You know, it's a lot of fun if you can just ever get people.
And food.
And food.
And food.
And this year there is a rumor that the food's going to be a fish fry.
Oh, okay.
And then the teams will be furnishing desserts.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's a rumor, but come on out and see. for
All right.
yourself.
All right. Okay. Listen, you all, if you'd like to make a donation to the Relay for Life, just give Shirley a call. The number is 615-735-2777. And we sure do appreciate Shirley taking the time to come out and support this and tell us about this wonderful, wonderful cause. Thank you, Shirley.
Thank you.
Well, we're still talking about the fair today. We have with us Mr. Stan Webster, my good friend, who kind of has run the show at the fair for a while. You've been doing this for a long time, so I know you're a pro at it, and you're always good at what you do, Stan. Tell us a little bit about what's happening at the 2016 Smith County Fair.
Thank you, Janie. This will be our 9th fair on the river, as you know.
Wow.
9 years.
It's hard to believe.
And you've been part of all of them.
Just about. Until last year, haven't I?
Right. Listen, I just want to cover our new events this year. And pardon me for using cheat sheets, but I didn't know about this
It's
until
okay.
just about 2 hours ago.
Oh, my goodness. Well, join the club.
There you go. Anthony Apple actually is our fair chairman. I'm co-chairman, and he had a little problem that he wasn't able to be with us. I want to tell you about our new events this year. The first new event is on Monday night. It's an auto extrication demonstration put on by our rescue squad. It's at 8:30 in the Russell Nixon Arena, and the rescue squad is actually going to come out there, and they're going to try to stress the importance of not texting and driving, but if you do have an accident, how they operate at getting people out and the things to do and the things not to do. And again, that's going to be on Monday night at 8:30 in the Russell Nixon Arena. That'll be following the kids'
Olympics or something?
Olympics, that's right. And of course, we've got a new event, the 4-H Public Speaking Contest, in conjunction with the talent show that Trent's been really working on. I understand we've got some real good public speakers here in our 4-H program.
Oh, yes, of course. Smith County's awesome.
And another new event is our Boy Scout float-in. You know, we have our kayak race on Saturday. They go up Betty's Island. They actually have a timed race. And we have a canoe float-in for other people. And we were having a few people to participate, but in talking with some of the Boy Scout leaders, they said, let's do a Boy Scout float-in. Okay. So you can contact David Oyster, or there's a couple of them, David Bass, some of them, and they'll kind of fill you in. Basically, the deal is, if you're a Boy Scout and you either own or can borrow a canoe to ride in, if you'll wear something that denotes you're a Boy Scout, we're going to let you into the fair for free if you'll float in, come by canoe, and wear your Boy Scout uniform on Saturday. So
this is just for what age?
Well, whatever Boy Scout ages are.
So if you're an older guy and you can still wear that Boy Scout uniform.
There you go. If you're an older guy and you can wear that uniform, but all the troop leaders and the scout leaders, and actually I go to the Methodist Church in Carthage, and we're kind of foster the Boy Scout program in Smith County, and so we just thought that'd be a good idea to do that. Now I want to tell you just a little bit, and pardon me for turning over here to our cheat sheet, but some of our entertainment that we have lined up. We have Bucky Covington coming in on Thursday night, and Dennis Banko with WCZ, the Country Giant. He has arranged this. He arranges us a surprise artist every year. And we've also got on the community.
Now, Bucky Covington was on American Idol.
American Idol, that's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. He has brought us some really fantastic entertainment. And then on our community bank stage, and I'm kind of excited about this, I think we've got as good or better lineup than we've ever had. I was fortunate enough to get for Monday night Michael Fagan and the Nashville Fiddlegrass Band. Now, anybody that's into bluegrass music, Michael Fagan was the last fiddler that fiddled with Mr. Bill Monroe, and also the longest running fiddler with Mr. Monroe.
Wow.
I want to say he spent some 13 years as Mr. Monroe's primary fiddle player, but he plays for us up at Granville at the Sutton Old Time Music Hour. He'll play probably once every 6 weeks or something. And I asked if he'd come join us to fair, and he graciously agreed. And his band, the talent, it's just unbelievable. And then Tuesday night, speaking of unbelievable talent, we got Josiah Tyree. Josiah, if you've not heard, this kid won the Smithville Bluegrass competition last year. He won the Uncle Dave Macon competition.
Wow.
And he's a local boy.
Yay.
Right here in Smith County. And also that night, we've got Travis Alter and friends, and they actually are part of the music out at the Cornerstone Church. Then Wednesday night, we've got Glory Rising and the Lighthouse Church Praise and Worship Team. And they're actually, that's Billy Bradcow,
Yes.
is the pastor of the church up on Highway 70 up
Right,
in Gentry.
Pleasant Grove.
Pleasant Grove, right. They came last year and brought a tremendous crowd and just really, it's kind of Wednesday night being church night, so we have a lot of religious music.
And they're good. I've heard them. They're great.
They are.
Glory Rising.
The Hulliston boys that run the drag strip just up the way here from the rest area where we sit, they are part of it, and they really put on the show. Thursday night we got Lynn Sharonberger bringing the community kids choir, and then we've got Linwood Road. Now Linwood Road, that's Jennifer Perry and Ms. Lancaster and some of those girls, and actually Devin O'Day that has her WSM show, she sings with them sometimes, but I don't know whether she'll be with them because her radio show on WSM's not over until 6 o'clock at night, but we're hoping that she'll be with them. And then Friday night, Muddy Water, our own local Muddy Water bluegrass group, and I know everybody around here has heard Muddy Water and the plays and around. And then Saturday night, Sammy Oldham and the Bottom Line Band.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to close it down. And also on Saturday night, it's my understanding the Wilburns are going to be inside. We'll have the Wilburns. We'll have gospel again on Saturday night. Also new this year. We're going to have permanent bleachers. I believe they're going to be delivered in early June on the back side behind the Russell Nixon Arena. They are supposed to be in place in time for the tractor pulls.
Okay.
So we'll have new bleachers that will look identical to the ones on the side next to the pavilion.
Okay.
And in our Pioneer Village, the Rotary Club is going to build a stage, and as soon as they get that built, and we're not going to start these buildings until they do, and so we'll make sure we've got our positioning right. But we've already had a commitment for a bank building. We've already had a commitment for a crafts building. We are just that close to having an old country store donated to us that's got a lot of history behind it. And if you want to see what we've kind of got in mind, those of you in the Alexandrian area, we're wanting something like they have at the Alexandria Fair or Fiddler's Grove in
Lebanon.
In Lebanon, right.
Now tell them where this is located. I know.
The Pioneer Village, for those of you that weren't at the fair last year, if you're coming into the fair property, it's on the left, over in the shade, in the trees.
Where the trees are.
Where the trees are, that's right. And the idea is when we get the stage put over there, we actually did sound checks last year during the fair with all the noise and everything from the carnival, and we're going to be able to put that stage there, and hopefully the acoustics are going to be far better than they have been with the community bank stage being out in front. But we have a covered bridge going into it. Last year we had our broom maker, we had the Dillahays doing their weaving, their chair bottoming, we had a blacksmith, we had all sorts of different craftspeople, and we've got promise of more craftspeople this year. So we're hoping to turn that into a miniature Fiddler's Grove.
That is just awesome. I tell you what, I left at the wrong time, didn't I, Stan? I'm missing out on all the fun.
You're coming back. You're still on the board.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. Remember, July,
once you get on, you never get off.
You never get off. No. July the 25th to the whatever the Saturday is of that week. It starts on Monday the 25th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 30th. July 25th, July the 30th at the Smith County Ag Center. Our 9th fair on the river.
All right. Well, and the cost per night?
Same as last year, $5. $4 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, $5 Friday and Saturday, and that's because of the truck and tractor pull, just a little bit more. And Wednesday night is student night. Students get in free, and that's discount armband night. Everything, the prices will be just as they were last year.
All right.
And the prices are going to be the same. And we are full up with all of our food booths, but we have some commercial booths left. Any of you that like a commercial booth, either inside or out, or I say inside being under a tent.
Yes.
Hopefully our next big item will be a building.
Boy, that's one of the things I was wanting for a long time when I was there. So, well, I tell you what, folks, be sure and come out to the Smith County Fair. It sounds like it's going to be better than ever, and you don't want to miss it. I sure don't. Stan, good job. Y'all are it's amazing what you're doing.
You know, thank you, Janie. You know, we started this fair 9 years ago, not knowing what we were doing, and we made a deal with the county that every penny we made above what it cost to put the fair on went back in the ag facility, you know, for people to use the other 51 years of the year.
Right.
Weeks of the year. To date, we've put over $100,000 back in the facility.
Wow.
Bleachers, the bleachers that you're going to see this year, that was last year's fair.
Wow.
The stage that's inside, that was a fair, and you were there when we were doing those things. But like I say, our next big goal is hopefully another building for your home dem. And I know you don't call it home dem anymore, but
they'll always be that, won't they?
They'll always be
Those
that.
FCE ladies are sure hoping that they can get that. I know I still keep in touch with a lot of them, and I know they're hoping that will happen.
How many years ago was it that you went and did that negotiate? And what store was it went out of business?
Goodies.
Goodies. And you and I traveled all over Middle Tennessee going to Goodies buying
we got stuff all over the place. Remember, we got that antique piece and from 2 different antique places. We've gotten antique things donated or bought at a good deal. So, golly, it's going on for a long time. But it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, though.
No, we're having fun. That's it.
Time flies when you're having fun. Stan, good to see you. Thank you for all you're doing for the Smith County Fair. Y'all be sure and come out.
Well, we're relaxing here at the Welcome Center.
Can't help but want to rock in these
I'm telling you,
rockers here.
this is a beautiful place. If you're sitting out there and you haven't stopped here, you really need to come by here. And I know it's a Welcome Center, and if you're not really visiting anything in the county, well then maybe you pass it on by. But it would be good for you to come by and just see what's here. This, the stuff that the state of Tennessee owns is ours.
Well, that's true. It's our taxpayer dollars. I mean, they've got this Civil War exhibit right here behind us. And, did you know this is one of the most visited centers in the state of Tennessee?
Yeah, I don't have statistics for lately, but 2 years ago it was 2.3 million people stopped, didn't drive by, stopped here at this building, and they got a brochure, they picked something up. So if you're a chamber member out there and you sell stuff, it'd be a good idea if you'd have a brochure up here, wouldn't it?
I remember when we did the quilt trail several years ago, I brought I think we had 5,000 brochures, and I brought the majority of them right up here because we wanted people to stop in and see all of our quilt exhibits. But this is an awesome place, not just because of its location, but things that are around here, and it's right here in Smith County too. It's right on the line, really.
Right.
But the river runs right beside it, and the Caney Fork's one of the prettiest rivers.
Oh, and
anywhere.
very, very popular. In fact, there's a lot more people in Nashville that know about it, I think, sometimes than there is in the Upper Cumberland.
Trout fishing is amazing.
Yeah, it's one of the best trout streams in the area. In fact, it's one of the few in the area. And it's where the water comes from the bottom of the dam there, and it's cold enough that the trout thrive in that. So it's good. I wanted to talk a little bit about what's happening in July. And
June 1st.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think something was coming up
right.
in June.
June the 10th and the 11th. If you're watching this and it hasn't happened yet, the Defeated Creek Bluegrass Festival is going on at Defeated Creek up there near the marina. They have a stage there, and bluegrass, they play it. And the folks at the Defeated Creek Marina, they're there, they're open, they've got the boats. There's a lot of things you can do, and then you can listen to good bluegrass music. And the firemen there at Defeated Creek, they've been putting that on for several years and do a great job with that. So that's a wonderful thing. And then if we move on up into July the 3rd, what is happening?
Well, and it's funny because this has become a special thing to me because I'm part of it. It's the Lancaster Independence Day Parade, and it's one of the most fun things. I did it for the first time last year, and I actually was Alexander Hamilton's wife. I mean, we were in costume, and we rode in a white carriage. There were 3 of us. Would you say first lady, since it was our husbands were the signers of the Declaration of Independence?
Right.
We were in the parade in a white carriage, and then the founders were actually, signing on their float, and then they have the Army band there. what's it? I'm just having a brain freeze on this.
Well, they
Paul
do.
Revere.
Paul Revere was I remember the year he was there.
To let everybody know the parade is coming.
Yeah, the parade is coming. And then I remember one year I got to be William Walton. It's been a lot of fun, you know.
It really is. Uncle Sam is there in decoration. I mean, he's got his costume on. It is really, to me, it's one of the neatest family events in our county. I mean,
Oh, and the
one of
ice cream.
neatest.
Oh, the ice cream. Oh.
And the food and the music and everything. What they do is they start the parade at 6 o'clock on July the 3rd. That's on a Sunday evening. For those of you, and there's a lot of churches that turn loose to come there. You bring your chairs and you sit up in the village green and you watch the parade go by, and then we listen to music, and they have speakers, and we have food vendors, and then at dark,
The fireworks.
Woohoo! I've invited my whole family to come this year.
Oh
Bill.
yeah,
I love it.
And
I love it.
it's great. They put on a wonderful show, and then you can go back and enjoy the music. And the best music of all is when the Army band is there. I mean, you're not going to hear the other year they were shooting the fireworks off, and the band was playing, and that was amazing. You could stand there and listen to the band and hear that playing while the fire. Yeah, it was amazing. And then if you want to make a whole weekend of it, on July the 4th, there is another fireworks at Defeated Creek Marina. They're having a cookout and fireworks up there. And if you want to go in, rent a boat, anything you want to do, Tom and Bernadine Thornton are the owners up there, and they are putting that on. And it is a wonderful event on July the 4th. And then we're going to tell you about, we got a lady that you're going to talk to, Miss Barbara Knappel. She's going to come and talk about another July 4th event that's coming up. And I think that's probably everything we need to cover right now. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll be right back with Miss Barbara Knappel, and we'll set this up before she can tell you about the other July 4th event.
All right. Well, I'm with one of my favorite people, Miss Barbara Knappel. Barbara, it's so good to see you. Barbara and I have worked on so many projects, but now that I'm not here, I don't know what's going on, and I hear you're going to tell us about something exciting happening on July 4th.
It's really good to see you, Janie. I've missed you.
I've missed you, too.
But lots of exciting things are going on in Smith County, and so you're going to have to come back and see us more often.
Okay.
We've already been hearing about the Smith County Fair. And,
yes.
But before that, well, actually after that, before that, the Emmanuel House, which is the shelter for women and children in Smith County, does a great service to our community. They're having their annual 4th of July fireworks event.
Okay.
So that'll be some great entertainment, again, some great food. It's a really good family event for Smith County, and this will be the 5th annual fireworks event for the Emmanuel House, and this is their one-time-a-year fundraiser that they do to support the Emmanuel House. They're locally funded and supported, and we just want to have a good time and support the Emmanuel House. So
now tell us what time it starts. Tell us all the details.
Okay. Well, the details are it will be on July 4th, and it starts at 4:30 in the afternoon and goes till about 9 o'clock. So they'll have games, and they'll have door prizes, and they'll have entertainment.
Okay.
There's lots of good family fun on that holiday. So the fireworks are always professionally done, so it's going to be a fun time for families to come out.
How fun. I tell you, kids love fireworks. Now, it's not so good on the dogs, so be sure you put your dogs up in a dog house or in a dog pen that night so that they don't run off. You know, that's one of the biggest times of the year, the next day after the 4th of July, when animals go missing.
Oh.
Yeah, because dogs are scared of fireworks.
That's
so
true.
it's important to tie your dog up or put it up in a dog pen on the 4th of July.
Yeah, and maybe
just plug in there
maybe
on that.
give them some little earplugs or something.
Yeah, doggy earplugs. Tell us about the other event. That sounds neat.
Okay. Well, the Youth and Family Resource Center in Smith County, known by the youth and teenagers as The Spot.
The Spot.
The Spot. We're going to be having a family movie night at Carthage City Park.
Okay.
That will be on June 10th.
Okay.
Starting at about 5 o'clock. So we'll have some food, we'll have some entertainment, and the movie is going to be, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm pretty excited about it. All the kids recommend it. It's a good family movie. It's called Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6.
Yes, so they say it'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, but kids and adults really like it. So we're looking forward to that. So just come and hang out in Carthage City Park with us.
Do they bring their chairs?
Bring their chairs, absolutely. Bring their chairs, and we'll just put up a big outdoor movie screen and show the movie, and we're going to have cornhole and lots of games. I'm kind of a bubble professional, so we're going to have bubbles for the kids.
Oh, wow.
Giant bubbles. So, yeah, and some great food. My husband is a pretty good cook, and he's going to do the grilling.
Okay.
So you won't want to miss this. I think there's lots of great things going on in the county, but this will be to support the youth center there that's free to 7th to 12th grade students, and we have after-school programs there. During the school year and through the summer also, some art and music lessons that are free to our youth. So lots of great programs. We work with some of the kids that are in the juvenile justice system, just serving our families and community with resources. So
Now, how much is the charge on this? Is there a charge for this?
there is no charge for the movie. We're doing that just to serve our community and our families. And then we will sell hamburger plates.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even if you can't watch the movie, come on out and buy supper.
Absolutely.
Take it to go, right?
Take it to go. Come by and have supper with us. Yes.
I tell you what, there's a lot going on.
A lot of fun stuff.
Wow, I left at the wrong time, people. I just
you're
need to
just-
move it. But I'm down twice a week teaching
That's
my
true.
classes.
You're not
so
really gone. You're doing
no,
great
I keep
things
up. I
still.
try to keep up as much as I can. I keep up with the extension office and all them. So
You
yeah, I try
support
to
the
keep
local
up.
restaurant. Sometimes I catch you at the
Oh
restaurants.
Lord, yes, I support those restaurants.
Absolutely. Buy it home, right?
That's
Eat at
right.
home.
That's right. That's right. Well, it's so good to have you, and I'm excited about all that's coming up. Thank you for sharing that with us.
it's good to see you again.
see you.
Well, we're still here at the Welcome Center, and Miss Rebecca Pascal has come by from Cellar 53 Winery. That's located at exit, what, 250?
Exit 254.
254, just down the road from here. And when people come by here now, they get brochures that they can find out about Cellar 53. Now, you got a lot of exciting things coming on. We're not going to talk about a specific event. I would like you to first off tell them just about the winery, where it's located, and the hours that you keep right now.
Cellar 53 Winery is located off the Alexandria exit 254. Turn south, go about 1.5 miles. We've got interstate signs where you can find your direction. We are now open Thursday through Sunday from 12 noon till 6. So stop by and see us. If you happen to not be able to make those times, you can call the winery and we'll try to accommodate you to a private tasting and tour.
And this is your new brochure, I
Yes.
believe.
Yes, so now we have rack cards out available everywhere where you can see a few pictures of what's going on with the winery and our hours. And then we also have, we're the newest member of the Upper Cumberland Wine Trail.
You get it right. Yeah.
We have eight winery members now, and you can take this new little card and you can get it here at the Welcome Center or any of the wineries, get it stamped, and then at the end you will receive a complimentary gift, which right now is a wine tasting glass.
Well, that's wonderful. So what you can do is basically it's a true wine trail.
That is.
So you just start at any one of these, and it starts. It's let's see, Crossville, Jamestown, Sparta, Livingston, Baxter, Brush Creek, and Lafayette.
Yes.
So we recommend that you do not partake of the wine until you get home from this trail, right?
That is right. Keep those bottles closed.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea because it's a pretty long trail, and it's something that you can make actually a circle.
Yes, you can. You can go in a loop, see all of the Upper Cumberland and the vineyards and all of the growth of the wine industry that we have in this area.
Yeah, at one time, wine was a big, it was one of the cash crops here in Tennessee. A lot of people think that France and California, but Tennessee was in the wine business a long time ago.
Before Prohibition, there were 19,000 acres of vineyards in the state of Tennessee. Now we have about 900. We're growing every day.
Yeah, and the climate around here, it's all conducive to growing
Just like
that.
France. We can grow them just as good as anybody else can.
Right, and you do tours. You show them the process. You can take them through. And folks, I'll speak for you. you. It is a beautiful place. The vineyards out there, all well kept. The building, it's beautiful. And your husband, I think, did a lot of hand work on that building,
He's
didn't
the
he?
vineyard manager.
Yeah.
And the builder.
Yeah.
But we also have we've expanded our back porch and with a new garden, and everyone's welcome to bring picnics. Just no outside alcohol, and you can come and taste wine and have a picnic on the back porch. It's really quite cool and very beautiful back there.
Yeah, and do you also parties of sorts?
Small parties, rehearsal dinners, class reunions. We have had a couple of graduation parties. You can rent our event room, and there again, you get the back porch at the same time, and that's available. Just call the winery if you need to.
Now, we have a chamber member that is famous throughout the region. His name is Mr. George McDonald, and he owns Catissa Farms. And hey, George, how are you doing? And anyway, George is he's a great guy, but there's one thing that he is very famous for around here, and that's strawberries, right?
That's right.
And so go ahead and announce it.
So Mr. George McDonald brought the winery 500 pounds of strawberries, which we hand hull, and we have got about 100 gallons of strawberry wine that should be available by the end of July, if not August 1st. And I'm very excited. It's Smith County strawberry wine, and right now it's delicious.
And my understanding is that some folks have already reserved a couple of cases.
We've had a couple of cases reserved, that's right.
Well, folks, if you want to get in on that, it might be a good idea to call Rebecca and maybe give her a call about this.
Yes.
Because I got a feeling that George McDonald strawberry wine is going to be famous. Are you going to be able to name it that?
I may be able to.
that might, George will be famous all over. People in France will be going, oh, have you tried the George McDonald? So I'm looking forward to that.
It will have a big opening weekend when the strawberry wine is available, so I'm really excited about it.
Okay, well, I hope you'll invite me over for that. And then I know you've got some other things planned for later on in the year. I don't know if anything you can talk about.
We do. Later on in the year, we're going to have more music events and hopefully a farm-to-table dinner, working on that, working on dates and working with providers of the local food and a caterer. And those dates are not set yet, but you can follow us on Facebook under Cellar 53 Winery.
Okay, and we've got some other things we'll be telling you as time goes along. We're going to be taping again for July, and so we'll invite you to come back. Well, Rebecca, thank you very much, and you better get home and make sure Scott and the boys are working like they're supposed to.
I will.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Well, Janie, we're kind of on our way from the Welcome Center to the Center Hill Dam access point, and I wanted to stop here to show you something.
Okay.
If you look behind us, you see a bell right there.
Yes, I do see that.
That belonged to my father, and it came out of the old Lancaster Hill Church of God.
Oh, my goodness.
And he owned it. He bought it from the church, and then he sold it to Mr. Starnes, who is the original owner of this market here, and his daughter Janice now runs this, and she runs Caney Fork Outdoors. They're chamber members, and if you're wanting to rent a canoe, or if you're wanting to do something, or kayak, actually more kayaks than canoes, and if you're wanting to rent something like that, these are the folks to come to, and they're right off of exit 268 down here right before you get to the dam and right before you go into the Ed Grevins Park. And I just wanted you to see that bell. That is
so neat.
Yeah, and this is a good place to come, and these
Big
folks,
Rock Market.
Big Rock Market, and it's Caney Fork Outdoors, and these folks, they'll treat you right. And we have bought several kayaks from them, and we've really enjoyed it. So if you get a chance, you want to try the river, and you don't know if you want to buy one or not, you can rent one for, I don't know, $40, $50, and go down the river, and they'll drop you off and pick you up. So you can't get a deal like that.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's more fun. I love it. You know, that's what I was about to do before you caught me today.
Oh, is that where you were headed?
Yeah.
To the river? Well, let's go down to
okay. I've enjoyed this too.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go down to the river here, and we'll get in, and we'll show them what it looks like. All right, folks, we're headed to the Caney Fork. Okay, well, Janie, we're here.
Yes, we are. The dam's right behind us, and the water's good and cool It feels so good.
It does. It feels really good. And if you have never been down here to this access, I know a lot of people fish, and so a lot of the fishermen have been down here. Not that many. There's more people fish than kayak, but a lot of people here kayak. But if you haven't been here to this access, it's a beautiful place.
It really is.
Very quiet. It's just a nice place to be. And when they're generating, of course, the water comes up quite a bit higher than where we are right now. But what we're going to do is just talk to you a little bit about kayaking. I've got my kayak that I bought from Candy Fork Outdoors out here, and the first thing you want to do is you want to get you a life jacket, and you want to put that on. I've kayaked a lot and swam a lot, but I still wear my life jacket.
You know, I noticed the first thing I saw when I came down here was a sign up there. It says, "Noticed, life jackets must be worn from here to Dam." So you've got to have one of these. You never know. Like, for instance, the Jackson kayaks, they are made in such a way as they don't flip over quite as bad. Mine is not a real expensive one. It's a Pelican. It does want to flip just a little bit, and it has flipped over with me before, but you just need to wear your life jacket, even if you're an experienced swimmer, especially in a river where there's undertow and that kind of thing. So
it's always wise to have it on. And there's another sign up at the top of the dam, and it says life's lost without a life jacket, and there's a number there. There's some people that have actually lost their lives in Coeur Lakes like that. And then it's here, let me hold that mic for you.
I got it.
You got it? Okay, and then it says life's lost not wearing a life jacket, and the number's 0.
0.
So if you've got that life jacket on, you're doing yourself a favor and your family a favor. And if you have a small child, you need to put that life jacket on them.
Yeah, and if you're not going to wear a life jacket, I hope you have a really good insurance policy to leave to your family.
But anyway, we didn't come down here to talk completely about that. This is a wonderful, wonderful recreation and a wonderful, wonderful thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave you. We're going to get in our kayaks, and we're just going to paddle down the Caney Fork River and let you see what it's like. So we hope you enjoy the show. We're going to hand
I'm so glad I ran into you today and got a kayak partner, and I'll have to teach Rachel later. We're going to go kayak.
Hey, I'm telling you, this is going to be a great day. All right, we're going to hand our mics off.
All right. I'm almost there. Almost.